Hello sweet reader friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very exciting but intimidating video because here in a second I'm going to be texting my husband and I'm going to be asking him to pick a number between 25 and 300. He has no idea why. I'm not going to tell him, but that is going to be the amount of pages that I have to read per day. So I'm going to ask him for 5 different numbers. I'm scared, especially because he doesn't know what it's for, so I feel like he's going to pick like a really high number. Okay, so I'm going to text Danny now and see what he says. Pick 5 numbers between 25 and 300. Oh boy. He's typing. He hates me. That's how many pages I have to read in 5 days. Let's bring him in. Come take a seat. Did you know what I was asking when I was asking you for numbers?
No. That one did.
How do you feel now knowing that you've given me nearly 2 days? I have to read almost an entire book.
Oh, I felt bad after you told me that's how many pages you had to read.
275? That's a whole book. 199?
That's your fault for picking them at 300.
Well, I wanted it to be like intimidating, you know? You know how else we could do this like a little bit more fun? You could pick the books that I'm reading. Let's go over to my little cart over here. This is my book cart. This is like all the books that I want to read soon, right? This is like my priority TBR. So I'm reading these ones for another video, but out of these ones, well, I guess I'll tell you what they're about and then you can do that. So he chose either the Christmas Fix or the Plight Before Christmas.
I might go with that one.
This one?
Yeah.
This is on my December TBR as well, so that actually works out. I'll have you pick 3 so that I have like some to choose from. I feel like you're gonna like that one. This one's also on my December TBR. I knew you were gonna pick like Christmassy ones.
I didn't know this one was Christmas. I had this one for sure.
That one?
Yeah, that's
Okay. So he chose also The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I feel like you're gonna like that one too. Okay, so he also chose Assistant to the Villain. These are literally, all 3 of these are on my December TBR.
Perfect.
So that was literally perfect. You didn't even know that. I could definitely read at least 2 of these books in this video. Which one do I read first?
I mean, that one sounds...
This one? You did really good. I literally didn't even have to tell you anything. And this was actually like, I kind of wanted this to be my next read. You knew me so well. Okay, so let's get started reading The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. How many pages did you pick first? 104? So I have to read 104 pages of this today. We just got back from looking at Christmas lights and I'm literally so cold. Like I feel it in my bones. I'm going to change into something super cozy. We're about to start a fire in our fireplace and I'm gonna make some cookies. So far it's been a really busy day, so I literally only read 6 pages of my book. But once the cookies are done, I'm going to sit down, get cozy, and binge read my 100 pages for the day. Okay, I'm gonna be so for real with you guys right now. Last night, I got so sleepy, so I only got 29 pages into The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I'm already failing this challenge, but because I didn't finish my pages yesterday, I'm going to be adding them to the pages that I have to read today. So I'm supposed to be reading 32 pages today, but plus the 75 that I didn't finish last night, I'm going to be reading 107 pages today. I am only 29 pages into this book, but so far I'm really liking her writing. It's very funny, and I do like the characters so far, so I'm really excited to get like more into this book, which I'm going to right now. I did get to page 136 in The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely giving murder mystery vibes and Knives Out vibes. I just love a good like romantic murder mystery. I know those 2 things usually like don't sound like they would go together, but it's done really well in this book. I feel like our female main character is a little bit poor me, and that can get kind of annoying. But she does have a hard life, so like I get it. And I actually really like our male main character. He's just that guy that like comes off as super cocky, but you just know he has such a pure heart. All this reading is making me hungry, so it's about dinner time, so I'm gonna go downstairs and make some dinner. But I do have a package that just came in, so I'm gonna go see what that is and then start on dinner. Ooh, it looks like my HelloFresh delivery just came. And they're actually kindly the sponsor of today's video, which I'm literally so excited about. HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service with over 50 dinner options and even more market items that fit any healthy lifestyle. As they say, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so they're also throwing in a free breakfast item per box with each active subscription. All the fresh ingredients arrive pre-packaged and pre-portioned, making meal preparation fun and easy. HelloFresh makes it super easy to customize your delivery every week, so you can mix and match lifestyle options to suit your needs, such as fit and wholesome, family friendly, quick and easy, vegetarian, and more. Since I have a lot of dietary restrictions, it's been really hard to find like really yummy and easy recipes, but with HelloFresh, I've been able to find some really fun and easy ones from their extensive list. And since everything's kind of prepackaged and pre-portioned, it's really easy for me to sub ingredients out if I need to. Tonight we are making the pork sausage rigatoni rosa. Trying to figure out what to make every night is like a big stressor for me for some reason, so this has made it so easy because we already have everything planned out for us. Thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. If you click the link down below in my description and use my code FAITHDEC10, you can receive 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life, which includes 1 breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. I'm going to finish preparing our dinner, and then I think I'm going to try and listen to a little bit of my book on audio while I'm cooking. Do a little multitasking, if you will. I'm going to just address the elephant in the room. I look like a little boy right now, I know. We're not gonna talk about it. I also have all my laundry right here that needs to be put away. We're not gonna talk about it, but I need to address it. Now that I've said it, I can move on. I actually, funny enough, didn't realize that I stopped on the exact page that I needed like to read today. So I read the remainder of my 104 pages yesterday and then my 32 pages for today, ending me at 136. I am feeling so ill right now. I don't know if it was something that I ate or if I'm having another flare up. I couldn't eat the HelloFresh box tonight because it has tomato and it's not gluten-free, so I made it for my husband and our roommate and they loved it. But I made my own gluten-free and dairy-free like little noodle dish, and just like right after dinner I started having the worst stomach pains and just got so sick. So now my body just hurts and I just feel ill. So I am going to get super cozy. I'm gonna keep reading this book and just like see how far I can get tonight. I also, because I'm really not feeling good, might call it an early night. It's already 9 o'clock, so technically it's not like that early of a night, but I'll update you guys in the morning. So I've got about 275 pages to read today. It's my biggest reading day. A little nervous for that, but it's okay. We can do it. I have 151 pages left of this book until it's done. And then I have about 124 pages that I need to read of a new book. So I'm going to finish this one today, update you guys with my final thoughts, and then pick our next book to read. So I just finished The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, and I loved it so much. This is definitely one of my new favorite holiday Christmassy books. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5. I have to ponder on it a little bit more to see if I want to give it a 5-star or not, but for now it's a 4.5. I realized I also forgot to tell you guys what this book is about. So basically we are following 2 rival authors, and they both get a very weird invitation to a mysterious place, which turns out to be from this huge author, like the Agatha Christie of this world and this day, who one of our authors is absolutely obsessed with. But the Agatha Christie, who is named Eleanor Ashley, she ends up going missing. And so our 2 authors are kind of like on a quest to figure out like what happened to her. And of course they end up catching feelings. I felt like the romance in this was done very, very well. Like it was funny, but it also had depth. And I absolutely loved the murder mystery part of it. I will say the twist itself, there was like part of it that I feel like didn't really have anything to do with the rest of the story. Like I wish we got got little crumbs of part of that throughout the story. So the twist, you know, wasn't my favorite, but the rest of the book was just so much fun. I just truly love a good book that balances out different genres, I guess, like so well. Like how this has some humor, it's got romance, it's got murder mystery. I just love when books have that balance. And the holiday element was just added in so beautifully because they are getting invited to this author's house for Christmas. I felt like both of our characters had a lot of depth. They had both gone through a lot in life. They kind of like trauma bonded in a way, but I actually really enjoyed that. Overall, this was just such a fun book, and it's definitely one of my, like I said, one of my new favorite like holiday Christmas reads that I can confidently recommend to everyone. Now that that is over though, I still have 124 pages that I have to read today. So I think I'm going to start Assistant to the Villain, which I'm so excited for. I have been meaning to read this book for literally so long, and this is on my December TBR. It was Alexa's pick for me because I did the whole like booktube besties choose my December TBR. This one is a funny and cozy fantasy about a girl who gets a job as an assistant to a villain, but someone's trying to take the villain and his empire down, so she's got to figure out what's going on, who's doing it, and make sure that they pay. I've heard nothing but good things. All of my friends that have read it keep saying that I have to read this book and think that I would absolutely love it. So I'm very excited to finally be reading it. So let's get started reading our 124 pages. Hello friends. So I didn't get all 275 pages read yesterday. Honestly, I feel like things just keep happening each day. Like the other day, I got really sick and was having some kind of flare-up or something. And then last night, something was going on at our neighbor's house and I had to call the cops, and it was scary. So like things just keep happening. They keep pulling me away from just like being able to relax and read. But I did get about 180, maybe 190 pages read yesterday. And then I did go to the coffee shop just now and get a big chunk read as well. So I ended up on page 87 of Assistant to the Villain. I have 37 pages left to read carried over from yesterday. And then I have 199 pages that I have to read today. I'm gonna try my hardest to actually get that accomplished, but I swear, if something else happens that's either scary or gets, like, if I get sick or if literally anything else just like pulls me away from just being able to relax, I'm actually gonna be mad. I do have to get a lot of video stuff done today because I am on a deadline for a video that I'm working with a brand on. So I'm going to maybe do that now to get out of the way and then hopefully just get the rest of my 37 pages that I have to read done today. So far, an Assistant to the Villain, I'm really enjoying it. I really love our characters. It isn't as fantasy as I thought it was going to be. The only things that are like really fantasy about it are, of course, this cute little talking frog. Well, he doesn't really talk, he has like communication signs and it's adorable. And we're in this like fictional kind of magical land, but it doesn't feel very fantasy right now. So I'm kind of craving a little bit more of that. But the rest of the actual story and the conversations and the humor in it, everything is really fun. But yeah, for now, I'm going to try and get all my YouTube editing and whatnot knocked out, and then I'm going to sit down and read as much of this as I possibly can and hopefully actually get all my pages read for today. Hello friends. So, last night, nothing crazy happened. Thank goodness. Because I was a little bit scared I was going to jinx myself. But I didn't fully read all of my 199 pages. Okay, but in my defense, in this book, each page is like a page and a half in a normal sized book. So like in the physical book, there's 337 pages. But then on the Kindle version, there's 425 pages. So like realistically, I've been reading more than I thought that I was because these pages are just bigger and they have more words on them. than a normal book. So so yesterday I read whatever pages I had carried over from the previous day, plus another, I think like 113 or something pages. So I only have, I think it was 86 pages that I have to read carried over from yesterday, and then I only have 44 pages that I technically had to read today. So in all, I have to read 130 pages today. I tried my best last night, but also I just found that I felt like I was rushing through this book to like get my amount of pages done, so I wasn't like actually like sitting and enjoying the book. And this is a good book and I want to actually enjoy it instead of feeling like I have to rush through it. So I just was kind of slowing down and taking more breaks, and I just don't want what I do to ever come to a point where I'm not liking the books because I feel like I have to rush through them for videos. And this one was such a highly anticipated one that I'm just trying to avoid that feeling at all costs. So if that means that I don't get my pages done for the day, I'm sorry, but I would rather have a good time than try and force myself to get a certain amount done. So that left me at page 222, which is chapter 37, which I think is like 65% of the way through. I will say though, with this book, I feel like since it is physically only 330 something pages, but like in a normal size book, it'd be like over 400 pages. I do feel like this book is too long. Like I definitely feel like there has been certain points where I haven't necessarily gotten bored. I've just been like, okay, I'm kind of craving something different to be happening. I'm still really enjoying the characters. I'm really enjoying the romance because it's literally between a villain and his assistant, and the villain's like, ew, I'm going soft. Like, what is going on? So like, I just think that's funny. It feels a little bit more magical because they're talking about like some magical creatures and some of like just the magic in general in this world. So that's been nice because before I was definitely craving more like actual fantasy elements. So today I'm actually going to get my 130 pages read, the 86 from yesterday and the 44 from today, which I will finish this book and then read about 30 pages of a new book. So I'll let you know when I finish this one and start my next one. You guys, I'm literally so exhausted right now. It's about 10:40 and I just finished my reading for the day. I finished this one a while ago and then I read my 30 pages of The Plight Before Christmas. So going to Assistant to the Villain, I think I'm gonna give this a 4.5 or a 5-star. I don't know yet. I just absolutely loved these characters and I loved the romance, but I feel like the plot itself was kind of lacking and I just don't really know if I love the way that it was done. But there was some twists that I really enjoyed and I literally was like tearing up by the end just with the things that the villain and Evie were like saying to each other and sharing with each other. I did highlight some quotes that I will share with you. I want to cry just reading back over them. So first, this quote says, "It was both appallingly horrific and devastatingly wonderful that this small wisp of a woman had undone years of building pillars of protection around himself, that he would take apart any wall that kept him from her." And then there was another one that says, "As broken and black as his soul likely was, Tristan had never once felt like there was anything missing from himself. Not until now." My heart. I loved it so much. I don't know, like the first, I feel like 60% of it, I was kind of like, do I want to give this like a 4.5 or what? But then like the last 25%, I feel like just hit in such a different way. But I also think that the last like, I don't know, 30-ish%, I was actually like really taking my time with and really soaking it in and enjoying it. So maybe I would have felt that way about the entire book if I didn't feel like rushed earlier in the day. Either way though, I really enjoyed this book and I'm like, the way that ended, I'm so excited to pick up the next book, and I actually might like very, very soon because literally just the way that this ended. Talk about a villain origin story. I loved it. So then going into The Plight Before Christmas, again, did not get very far into it. I 30 pages, but at first I didn't know if I was going to like our female main character. I kind of felt like she might be a little bit annoying just by the way that she talked, especially like about her life, I guess. I just got really hot. But I don't know, she's kind of softening on me or growing on me. This book is funny, like the humor in it is nice, but I also kind of feel like it might, like the humor might be a little bit overdone, like trying too hard to be funny. But I don't know, I'm very, very early into it, so we'll see how I feel. But I'm not gonna finish this in this video because I'm exhausted and I do have to get this video out very soon. But that was a fun little challenge. As unsuccessful as it was for me, I still had a good time. I think next time I just need to set my numbers lower, like do maybe 25 to 200 instead of to 300, because I just feel like that was a lot to like try and accomplish. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm also thinking about doing a book swap with my husband because he has been really enjoying a few books that we got him over the last couple months, and they're ones that are completely out of my comfort zone, so I'd be really interested to see like if I like his and if he likes mine. So I don't know, that might be a thing in early 2025. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.